Hello, beautiful beings. Thank you so much for showing up today to receive the message. I want to talk about being stuck in a quagmire or stuck in a repetitive loop, cycle, anything that is just you keep repeating the same thing, like being trapped in this spot and it just keeps continuing. There's a lot of that going on in the world. And I was stuck in that for a long time, like a big one. And, now that once you become aware of it, and start seeing it in other people, then you can start seeing it in yourself. That's really a big part of it, is being aware. Awareness is big. So, it can be very frustrating and you don't even understand what's going on or how to get out of it. But as long as you can realize and pinpoint, hey, this loop with this or loop with this is a continuous cycle. It's like I'm chasing my tail. And then once you're there, you can kind of sit with that, because that's happening because you've got some kind of pattern or energy that you keep making those same choices, you keep connecting to the same energy, you keep thinking the same way, you keep feeling the same way, and thus nothing changes. So naturally, to get out of something like that is going to be making different choices, thinking different choices, feeling different choices, considering different choices. Maybe play with it and say, well, where do I want it to go? If this cycle isn't serving me, what would be the opposite of that? How could I be doing something different? Where could I be utilizing my energy instead of giving it to this continuous circle that keeps self-sabotaging me, slowing me down, keeping me from making progress, keeping me from evolving? So have fun with that. Use your imagination, play with it. Because that's really the pivotal point for yourself. Once you've realized you're there and it's not where you want to continually go, now you can start thinking about the opposite of what that cycle is and sinking into that. What would that look like? What would that feel like? What would that smell like? Just making little different choices will start helping you uncrumble that process. Now, it might take a while. I had a digestive cycle. At certain times of the month, depending on my hormones, I would get angry and my stomach would hurt. And so it was pretty intense for a while, but the more I realized that I had it, more that I focused on releasing that anger, expressing it, and turning it back into more of a loving, creative energy, the more that started healing. And eventually it healed up and I didn't have that cycle anymore. But it took me having to, realize my pain, realize that's not where I wanted to be, and start making different choices. But sometimes it can be tricky to really pinpoint the cause of it. But at least getting energy propelling in that direction will help you start to crumble that circle and start to create a different one. What was it? I don't know what I was watching or something, but somebody was talking about a quagmire. I just thought that was a really kind of funny word. So that's why I wanted to, use that in this video, being stuck in this weird little time loop. I just watched a movie, I think it was called Palm Springs with Andy Sanders. And that's what that movie was about. It was kind of a comedy about him stuck in this continuous time loop of living this day over and over again. And he started feeling like nothing mattered. And, he was numb to it because he just tried everything. And, he hadn't quite gotten to the answer that he had been in that loop so long. It felt so familiar. And he thought he'd done everything he could to get out of it. But he was addicted to staying where he was at. He was scared to move on. And oftentimes that's why these loops or these quagmires keep us there, is because we're scared to step out of it. We're so used to it and familiar with it. We gotta get out into the unknown and start playing with different things. That's why I say when you're in that spot, we play with what we do want so we can start to create that instead. Because now that the loop has told us and gave us the experience of what we don't want, now we can consciously and intentionally start to create what we do want and to dissolve that. Anyways, I believe that is the end here. Thank you so much for showing up. I love you, beautiful beings. Have a wonderful day.